Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to do a Pso-Rite cool down activity for our glutes. If you do a lot of kettlebelling or clubbing or slam ball or hydrocore, then you know that you activate your glutes a lot. Your glutes are super important. If your glutes work really well and they fire well, then people no longer have back pain. Back pain is a major problem in America, and it's because we sit down a lot. People's glutes don't turn on very effectively, so the muscles in the lower back overfire, and that causes 60% of the population a lot of pain. The way that we fix that is kettlebells. We do all of our basics, we do our club programs, and that gets our glutes to fire and our hamstrings to fire, and it allows our back to go back to moving the way it's supposed to move and reduces our general level of pain. A lot of people, when they start learning to fire their glutes, have a hard time relaxing their glutes at the end of a workout. We are going to use our Pso-Rite stretching implement to do a quick glute stretch. This is a super easy one. You're literally just going to lay on the Pso-Rite. We're going to start from our seated position, feet flat on the ground, lay all the way down without making a loud noise. Lift your glutes up in the air by squeezing them. Grab your Pso-Rite, get it underneath your glutes. For most people, just getting this directly underneath their glutes and sitting down on it is going to be very intense. From here, if you can sit here and tolerate this for 2 minutes to 3 minutes, then we would like you to gently move your legs out straight. And now you're going to notice your hips are being lifted up beyond where they normally are. That's good. We're pushing our hips into extension. Once we have our legs straight, we are going to squeeze our glutes as hard as we can for 5 seconds and then relax. You're going to notice you're going to sit down further on top of the Pso-Rite. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Let your hips sit all the way down. One glute's probably tighter than the other. You're going to start to tip a little bit. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, then relax. On that third one, you're going to get down deeper and deeper and deeper. What we are doing here is we are pushing our hips into extension, which is very useful for most people. We're going to hold this for 2 to 3 minutes. If you want to go longer, move the Pso-Rite slightly up or slightly down, depending on what part of your glute is tighter, and get back to straight legs and hold for an additional 3 minutes. To get out, put 2 feet back flat on the ground in our hip bridge, lift up, get the Pso-Rite out, drop our hips all the way down, and sit all the way up. A major problem that people have in the modern world is people are constantly in the seated position, whether it be for work or whether they're driving. The seated position is very common, so people are adapted to it. That means that these muscles tend to be shorter than they need to be, and when people stand up, they don't stand up all the way. Their hips are back and they suffer from low back pain. This is going to get us to push our hips forward and then push them even further forward so that they are stretching a bit, so that when we try to get back to our neutral standing position, we have some play. Everybody has the back play. Everybody's good at doing the back. What we're trying to do is get an extra range of motion forward so that our hips can settle in the center and we can get better at just plain standing up. We're always trying to get better at just plain standing up.